The reason psychic and intuitive souls are always looking for confirmations like, oh, you feel that too? Oh, so I'm not crazy, so I'm not alone, so I'm not the only one that felt that, is because so few people choose to open up and do the work inside their heart, purge the trauma, purge the pain, confront their deepest, darkest fears and pains and traumas from childhood, wherever. Because trauma and pain is everywhere on this planet. So the weird thing is, so when you come into spiritual awakening and start doing the work, go through your dark nights of the soul, feel detached from everything, lose friendships, lose relationships, start to question everything, anything that used to motivate you, you don't care about it in the slightest. You just want to go inward and know God and connect to your true source, cleanse your energy, figure out what's what. So when you're talking about psychic pings like psychic attack, evil eye, jealousy, hatred, judgment, all these things that you might experience if you post on social media too, from family, from friends, from exes, whatever it is, it's because you sort of popped out of a reality where all of that in the low vibrational sludge and mud of that matrix reality where everything's like a high school popularity contest and everyone's trying to become the king of the castle, to win the money and the popularity and the blah, 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 all the empty things. You see it for what it is now. You see how heavy it is, but you also see that most of the people in that reality are not even conscious of it because it's the only thing they've been surrounded by their entire life. Competition, money, jealousy, low self-worth, fakeness, pretending, ego games, power games, using people like objects in dating, manipulation, bouncing from one partner to the next super fast, like you're discarding them like an object. That's common though. From that reality, it's common. So those people wouldn't see the error of their ways because they don't see the sacred in every heart. Because they don't see the sacred in their own heart because they have not confronted head on the pain, the sadness, the blindness. Like they call them in the Bible, their hearts are dull. They have hardened hearts. They're blind, basically. So it's tough because it's very alienating when you have that psychic intuitive awareness, which I believe everyone has inherently. You just have to tap into it. You just have to tap into your heart, your true emotions, your true feelings. But you're alienated because most of the old reality is like, oh, I don't want anyone, it's all this judgment and popularity contest nonsense. So anyone who is in their power is seen as a threat. Anyone who speaks truth is seen as a threat. They just judge them and they're kind of like the gossipy peanut gallery, but they don't respect and love individuality. They don't respect individual gifts, individual truth. It's a very narcissistic society, but it's also like a big hive mind. It's a hive mind where you're discouraged from sharing your true self and your true gifts because most people are too insecure to. So the people that do it are shamed and attacked for it. So it's like a crabs in the bucket type thing. So being an intuitive soul and awakening spiritually, you basically have to have a certain distance from the old reality, like the 3D matrix reality, because it's so empty and it's so draining, and you don't want to be around those people. Although you don't hate them, it's just like they're not even conscious of all this nastiness and thoughts and emotions that they dump on you. You just don't want to be around it because you see it for what it is now. But they were just swimming around in the sludge, not even knowing that it's there, because it's like being in a 10 by 10 cell. They've never seen outside of it. So weirdly, in matrix consciousness, people think the only reason for our lives is money and fame to become the most popular. But really, after you awaken spiritually, all you want is peace. Like you just want peace and you want to be around real humans that aren't like plastic artificial fakes. Because it almost feels like people in that lower reality are not even there. You're like, are they there? Loved ones, friends, whoever. Like, they're kind of there, but they're kind of not, because we're in different realities. So we kind of may as well be like 100 billion light years away or in another galaxy, because it's such a difference vibrationally. And they would never like be happy for you or have genuine joy, because they're projecting their pain onto you. They're projecting their unlived life onto you. You know, they're jealous, they're afraid, they don't want you to step out of the box that they put you in. So those are just some of the things that we encounter with spiritual awakening. And you jump up, and your priority is connection to God, real love, real humans that see you and that you see them. Because most people in that lower vibrational sludge, they can't see the sacred, they can't see your heart. So you're just like, all right, I don't want to waste my time. It's just this nonsense, you know. I love you, but I can love you from afar, you know. And I don't need to play all that, these games, you know. We're focused on higher, we're focused on evolution, we're focused on truth and real love.